Our first big story tonight, more live in-depth coverage on the Deflategate investigation. It's been developing all day long. At 6, we told you about Tom Brady's arrival at Salem State University.
Let's take another look at the video. In less than a half hour, Brady will make his first public appearance since the report was released that said he was at least generally aware of plans to doctor the footballs.
Now, this morning, Brady's agent said the NFL was determined to blame his client for the deflated footballs. He called the report a significant and terrible disappointment that omitted key facts and buried others.
Eyewitness Sports reporter Yanni Caracas is standing by with a closer look at today's developments. But first, let's go back out live to Perry Russum, who's in Salem.
Well, there are about 1,000 people lined up behind me waiting to go into this event. This event starts in about an hour. It's all sold out. This event was booked before the latest news about this whole Deflategate came out. We're not even sure if Brady will even talk about the latest findings from the Wells report, but a short time ago, he arrived via helicopter. Now, we will not be allowed inside, but we do have a camera inside. They can only record for the first 5 to 10 minutes. Again, this was a prearranged interview with Brady here at Salem State University. Sportscaster Jim Gray will be the one asking the questions. We still have to see if Deflategate is on his to-do list of questioning. Yesterday, the 243-page Wells report was published. It found that 2 Patriots employees broke NFL rules, and Brady was at least generally aware of what was going on. Today's Brady's agent said that the Wells report contains significant and tragic flaws, and he also added that the Wells report left out nearly all of Brady's testimony. Again, Tom Brady expected to address the crowd here at Salem State University in about an hour from now. Jim Gray, the one asking the questions, is known as a pushier interviewer, so we'll have to see how much he wants to push Tom Brady tonight. Live in Salem with the Mobile Newsroom, Perry Russum, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Perry. And our in-depth coverage of the Deflategate investigation continues. Now, Sports Director Yanni Caracas joins us live in studio to go more in depth on this. So, Yanni, what should we expect from that interview tonight?
So I think for the most part, it's going to be 90% non-Deflategate stuff, but I think Jim Gray will ask Tom Brady about it because Jim Gray is a journalist and he wouldn't be doing his job if he didn't. Although Gray and Tom speak every Monday on radio throughout the season, so they have a rapport, so don't expect Gray to really push him on it. I would expect maybe a question or two, softball style, to allow Brady to answer it. I don't think he directly gets into any detail. I think Brady probably stands by what he said back in January because the report uses a lot of vague language. He can kind of run around it.
And as Perry had mentioned, we're only there for the first 5 to 10 minutes. Actually, we're allowed to see it. So those questions could come at the end and we might miss it and not be allowed to actually have that on camera. Let's move forward right now. Let's look at the penalty phase of this. He could be suspended. He could be fined. You know, when should we find that out, do you think?
So even people who cover the league, anyone is guessing right now that what it could be. It could be a monetary fine. It could be picks for the Patriots. But more than likely, it seems like Brady will get suspended a game or 2. That's the prevailing theory. But we just don't know because this is such an opportunity for Roger Goodell to lay the hammer on the Patriots. They had Spygate. They're the big franchise in the NFL. He could really come down hard on them to make an example.
We haven't really heard that much from players. I know Dominic Easley was in studio with us yesterday, but the public perception here, the players' perception, are they all one and the same, do you think? Are they different?
I think the players agree that it's not that big of a deal, the actual PSIs of a football. Aaron Rodgers, quarterback for the Packers, came out and said he likes his balls a certain way. Eli Manning of the Giants likes his ball a certain way. So I don't think people believe it really gave Brady a true advantage, but it's still circumventing the rules, so that's where you get caught.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. Thank you so much for joining us in studio right now for that live stuff, Yanni. We appreciate it. Make sure you stay with Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of the Deflategate investigation, both on air and online.
Go to WPRI.com to watch Brady's speech stream live from Salem State University. Plus, we'll bring you reaction to his address later tonight on Eyewitness News at 10 and 11.